So why don't we start going into the structure decks today with Revival Trance, the Terra Final Fantasy VI based deck, obviously featuring Terra, Herald of Hope. I'll see if I can get a better view for everyone here. There we go. Now, I do want to try and keep these boxes, though I know that's probably going to be a bit of a nightmare. So this deck also has Celeste as your counter commander. And if I'm right, the deck, let's have a look. We have a little bit just telling us about the character. That's kind of not what we're going for here. I was going to see what the playstyle was, but I mean, reading the cards explains the cards. So, what do we have? We have the Terra deck box. Unfortunately, none of the deck boxes will be kept because we actually have our own deck boxes for him. Some higher duty ones. Right, should we slide out and see what we got? Okay, so we have no promo packs, which is to be expected. I believe they come in the other versions. But we have that. We have, I'm guessing, a small little rule book. That's going to be in everything. And we have some oh, actually we do have something in here. We have some counters. And within an envelope here, what do we have? We do have a collector booster sample pack. Ooh, well, I'm going to put this one aside. We'll do those with a proper opening because we're here to read the deck. So, let me try and get the tape real quick. This is where it's normally going to take me a bit of a while. Well, straight up, we got the blackjack. So the blackjack's from 6. I didn't know that. Actually, how's the music? Okay, the music seems fine. It's might need a little bit of a turn down, just so you guys can still hear me, but it should be good enough. Right, there we go. I got it in at the blackjack. Just give me a second. Let me. Oh, new cards now. So, Terra, Human Wizard Warrior, red, white, black. Focus, please. At the beginning of combat on your turn, mill 2, she is flying. When she deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2. When you do, return a target creature with power 3 or less from grave to the battlefield tapped. So Terra's deck playstyle is Revival. I'm actually going to take the bracer off. I'm sorry guys, I'm going to have to break character and take the bracer off. It's a little uncomfortable to work at such close angles with it. So we do have our sleeves here ready to go, so let's get... We get our sleeves started to go. We are going to use them as the actual commanders here. And we have our alternate commander, Celeste, Rune Knight. When she enters, discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards plus 1. Whenever one or more of a creature you control enters, if one or more of them enter from the graveyard, or was cast from a graveyard, put a 1/1 on it for each creature you control. Which sounds very powerful, I must say. We then have our little format cards just to let us know what the formats are. And all the other cards are backwards. So I suppose, you know, I'm going to bring this camera down a bit so you can hopefully get a better view of the cards. I'm just going to make sure that doesn't go in front of the other one. It's all about learning here. So we have our tokens. We have the blackjack, copy, copies, lots of copy tokens, some treasure tokens. Starting off, Coin of Fate. When enters, spare 1, exile 2 creatures. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and explain every card, I'm afraid. Oh, focus on them, please. Stop wobbling and focus on the cards, please. We have Scion, Vengeful Samurai. General Leo Christophe. Espers to Magicite. There's a word I recognize. The Falcon. Airship Restored. Some of these artifacts, vehicles might be of interest for me. Interceptor, Shadow's Hound. Rejoin the fight. Shadow, Mysterious Assassin, to go with his hound there, I guess. Siegfried, Famed Swordsman. Gao, Feral Youth. Gogo, Mysterious Mime. So I should be putting these in the deck box, shouldn't I? Sabin, Master Monk. Snort, I recognise Snort. I recognise Typhon and that when I see them. Please focus. Card. Hello? I recognise Typhon. Strago and Realm. So I know nothing about 6 other than Terra. Summer, Esper, Valgramada, Umaro, Raging Yeti, Bannon, the Returner's Leader, Edgar, Master Machinist. So we have someone with a drill. Good, good. There he is, the Lord and Legend, everyone's favorite clown. Well, that is a face only a mother would love. My God. Locke, Treasure Hunter. So if I'm right, you do get that gear in 14. Mog, Moogle Warrior. Setzer, Wandering Gambler. I didn't know my friends were in this set. The Warring Triad. Wait a minute. That is a cool reprint, actually. Sun Titan, a legend. These are some reprints here. I'm excited to see what other reprints are in the other sets. Now, I do know when we get to the next one, which is Counter Blitz, there's some really good reprints in it. Tragic Arrogance, Archfiend of Depravity, Reanimate. That is a good one to be reprinted, honestly. I'm glad to see that should be at a cheaper price. Rise of the Dark Realms, a mythic. Put all creatures from graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. I'm sorry. Put all creatures from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Black Reanimate decks are definitely going to be grabbing this one. Subsural Primordial. Combustible Gear Hulk, to go with our other Gear Hulks. When it enters, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, you mill 3, then it deals damage to that player equal to the total mana of those cards. Oof. Ouch. Do you want to get shotgunned or do you want to let me draw? Flayer of the Hatebound. Ruin Grinder. Is that where they go? Is that the website they go on, is it? Is that how they meet other people? They go on the Ruin Grinder. Bedevil, that is a great destruction spell reprint. Legion to Ashes, or Legions. Priest of Felrites. Ruinous Ultimatum. Destroy all non-land permanents your opponent controls for 2 red, 3 white, 2 black. Featuring once again. Can't believe I have to bring it close like this. And then out. It might be the only way you really get to enjoy some of the artwork, though. Key to the City. A Solemn Simulacrum, presenting the robot things that you see in the opening cutscene of 6. That's brilliant. I do know a tiny bit from what I watched my friend Thib play. That's it. Right, we go into our lands now. Battlefield Forge, Clifftop Retreat, Desolate Mire, Dragon Skull Summit. Great ones. I love the that's tapped unless you control X or Y. Exotic Orchard. Fetid Heath. We have some filter lands. Foreboding Ruins. We have some reveal lands. Where if you don't reveal, they enter tapped. That's always lovely to have. Have a filter land. So yeah, this deck is definitely looking like a full-on Reanimate deck, and I appreciate that. Talking of, there we go. High Market. Sacrifice a creature, you gain a life by tapping it. reanimate decks one way of getting their big things, the ETB effects, into the grave. What's a better way than sacrificing it yourself? Okay, so there's obviously one for each of the color schemes, which is interesting. Where's our basics? I want to see what the basics look like, especially for the 14-1. I am so excited to get into the 14-1. You have no clue. Right, well, we got some more items. We have Phoenix down. Laughing Mad by Rare Engine. Let's go and have a look at this artwork for you all. Ah! She's drilling my skull! You ever wonder how I got these scars? The answer's fucking Terra! Angel of the Ruins. Palace Jailer. Oh, we have some Monarch in here. That's interesting. Morbid Opportunist. Night Whisper. Pitless Plunderer. Stitch Together. Stitcher's Supplier. Anger? Really? As long as it's in your graveyard and you control the mountain, all creatures of his. We really just outright get anger in this. That is interesting. Big Score. Brilliant, brilliant reprint. I'm very happy about that. Again, I can't talk much about the first two sets here. I have not played 10, I have not played 6. But so far things are good. Here's our Arcane Signet for this game. Brilliant, look at this. Commander Sphere with an egg. Don't know why, but egg. A Meteor Golem. A Millikin. Mill a card to add. Okay, no, again, this card likes to get things into the grave, so milling is another great way. The Mind Stone, the Soul Ring, Swift Boots, and they are literally shoes. You can get all kinds of abilities by equipping relics. The Talisman of Conviction, seems to be a scarf of one of her companions. And on the other end we have Kafka with the Talisman of Indulgence. A Wayfarer's Bauble. And we have some more lands. Are there no basics? I was gonna say, are there no basics? There is only a few basics in this deck. Oh my goodness. Ashbrands, Demolishing Eco, Geothermal, Nomad, Rogue's Passage, another good one. Sacred Peak, Sunlit Marsh. Wow, I will say. There are some good reprints so far, and I'm excited to see what comes up in the next one. That is impressive. I'm obviously, like I say, I've got no place to speak on these decks because I never played the games, but I'm excited to see what comes up with the rest of them. We are going to just quickly pass a bit of time, just sleeve up the rest of these. The whole concept of this is to sleeve them before we do our big opening, especially when we have some of these to do. So what we'll do is we'll start with one, and then after every 10. So after 10, 20, and 30, we'll open one. How's that sound for people? So let's have a look at these planes, these basics, shall we? Oh, they're just general Final Fantasy locations. 7th Heaven, the Road from 15. Wait a minute. That's 14. That's Moldoa. Holy, that's Moldoa. That is... I want to give them, by the way, an absolute clap on the back. Or a pat on the back, that's the word, isn't it? For the art team and the teams that have made this collab happen. Because my god, is this a dream come true? Let's lift this back up a bit. Oh, lift it up a bit. It's going to be a bit shaky. Just so y'all can see the big piles that I'm making here. And you can see Terra there in the corner. So, Terra is going in the red deck box. Let's see if anyone here can work out the reasoning behind the deck box colors by the end of these 4. And if you're watching this on YouTube, Can you work it out before the upload? Well, have to see, won't we?